Hey, Tyrus here. I just went to church, which never happens on tour. We usually have a show on Sundays, so this is a really rare occurrence. And wow, what a blessing it was to be able to go because I went to Judson's Baptist Church, and the message taught was the parable of the sower. And it's one of my favorite sermons. It basically forces me to examine my life and say, am I really living for Christ and am I really a Christian, And it moved me to tears and I had to go to the altar and get right with God. Like, so glad I was able to go. But I've been wanting to do this encouraging word segment for about a week, and it's entitled Jesus is Everything. And it actually was a confirmation that this is what I was supposed to talk about, because today in the church service there was this little illustration that this woman did with the children about this song called Blessed Be the Tie That Binds. And if you want to read along, it's Colossians chapter 1, verse 16. And it says this: For by him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers of authorities. All things were created by him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Or in another translation, in him all things are sustained. And I just want you to think about this. It says all things were created by him and for him. Like, it's all for Christ. Everything is for him. And when you're ministering to someone and they're not a believer and they ask the question, why am I so unhappy? Say this. Don't just say, well, you need Jesus. Say, sir, you're unhappy because you're living in contradiction to what you're supposed to be. Not only were we created by God, we were created for God, for his glory. I mean, and that's huge. I think that's huge. And the more I keep reading in Colossians, the more I get excited about it, because that is a really big thing. Like, I was created to give him glory, to give him happiness. Like, I think that is so huge. And I thought about this. Angels can sing and rejoice that Christ died, but only we can say, Jesus died for me. And I think that is a very encouraging thought. So I hope that this video has been enlightening to you. And there's a video that Paul Washer did it's 12 minutes long, and it perfectly explains what Jesus did. And I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. So remember this. I want you to leave you with these words that, rejoice because you were made to give God glory. I mean, that's huge. You're created for him. Angels can rejoice that Christ died, but only you can say, Jesus died for me. So remember that, and God bless, and catch you next time.